They took it off like an escape velocity of the rocket floating into orbit. Now, after floating high up, over the mountain, through the up, over the mountain, through, and so seaty comfortable on the back of this enormous buzzy most of the fly. They took it off like an escape velocity of the rocket floating into orbit. Now, after floating high up, over the mountain, through the deep valley of that, for 7 whole long days, they did a very soft and flat belly landing, if I may put it this way. Where they landed, a tranquil beauty spot before a deep thundermold of a foray. Like Orpheus in the undergrowth, there it was, and the fly said it, I must leave you here. And he pointed here with his sort of fly-type thing, gold, it was all feathery. It said, Mad John, mark the words. He liveth in a cave there in this far deep foray, and he will transport for you and find it not only the moon itself which you look at, but the philosophy of life itself. And Stan had a mutual joy for this, and reach up and cuddly most of this big fly, and very hard to embrace it in mode and see, and the fly tickling with his whiskers in his ear throat. And off he went.
In the greenwood, nobody knew him or what he had done, but mothers would say to their children, beware of Mad John. John would sing with the birds in the morning, laugh with the wind in the cool hand of night, but people from behind their curtains said he's not quite right. John had his dust. He was living a life of a tramp. Yes, his bed was the cold and the damp, but the sun was his friend. So here was a wise one who loved all the ages. He loved them so much that their hate turned to fear. And shaking from behind their curtains, the loved ones would hear.
So Stan walked towards the cave, and in his mind, mark the word, Mad John. Deep focus on this, all a tremblowed, looking into the dark and peering into the background of black in there, and then appeared Mad John, in fine foldy silken robes, all whitely hair, scintillating beard and dangling. Well, the beard must be 34 years old to grow it and grow it all night alone. What? He was glowing with a friendly light. Oh dear joy, and the voice full of a cockney, all joy of life and live emanate from the cockload of his heartstrings. Call to see you, man. What's in your hang-up, man? I waited 7 whole days for you. Not still worried about this late moon and dangling, Stan, yes, that's why I sought you out here, and trippy hat on the back of this fly, you told me. John linked arms with him, and walking out step by step, and he pointed with a cockney forefinger gold. There, up in the heavenly abode. What? Stan realised now, which it struck him like a smattering blood which come out from he never focused before. As the sun rises in the early morning, so the recoil of the moon on the eve. And he thought, Now, the fly had something extra special you thought was to say to me if you wold. And John looking at him, and attracting us earnestly of his eyeballs, straight nose to nose and eye to eyeball for it. Of course, I nearly forgot it. Just you listen. And so seaty comfortable on the back of, and so seaty comfortable, and so seaty, and so, 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 and so seaty comfortable on the back of this enormous buzzy most of the fly. They took it off like an escape velocity of the rocket floating into. Now the fly was overwhelmed with this deep generosity of Stan's give, all life like stuff like a foodage. He looked at Stan and said, is there anything I can reciprocate or do in the joy of return for your generosity for giving me food and stuff, eh? Stan, I'm looking for the other half of the moon and dangly. This is my folly. Show me where the missing half of that moon. I don't know, said the fiery turley, but I know someone who know. If only I were big enough to transport him most. I'd take it there myself, I would do this, and Stan, having the possessive power of the magic cold, stand it over, roll it up the sleevely, wavely hand, hovery, 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 and utter these magic words. If all the flies were one fly, what a great enormous fly for Lord that would oh, and there, incredible buzz, oh dear, hovery, hovery. Now the fly recalled with these wordage. Not only will I transport them there, but I'll sing it a decoy of a song load in your eardroves. That I will do.
Yesterday, the tide surely just a call away. And the music, they shine with the pathway.
Now the fly was overwhelmed with this deep generosity of Stan's give of the food dish, because all life like stuff like a food dish. He looked at Stan and said,
"Oh my God, what is going on with the world? Why am I paying too much rent?" That's what he said.